Amaranth, by the way, I'm happy to say an update on her situation. Last we heard, she had a false live. She was about to go live, and then she just put up a text and said, "I'll be back later. The police are here." Somewhat ominous. But fortunately, she's went back on live and explained that she's doing well and everything is fine, which I'm very relieved to find out. She was very appreciative. So here's actually what happened. I found this interesting. When her husband was yelling at her, apparently she had the stream muted for several hours. And when he started threatening to kill her dogs and stuff, she just became overwhelmed, didn't know what to do, and she just unmuted her stream.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He was saying he was about to tweet stuff exposing her that was false to ruin her career, and she was just like, "Oh, nope."
Fucking suck.
And I wasn't clear on this, but just it sounded like maybe from her own accounts because he had like access to them. Is that anybody else's takeaway from
yeah,
that?
that's what
From
yeah.
hers.
Right.
Because I think this dude's trying to say anonymous for good reasons.
Right.
UPS is asking for, you know what I mean? I said UPS, what do you want? I didn't say a goddamn motherfucking thing.
You sure didn't.
I'm not trying to get you to quit again.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
Here she is discussing what happened. Yeah.
As some of you probably saw the other night, he called me during stream, and I disappeared for like 2 hours. And then I finally like unmuted about an hour and a half into the call, I guess. And I apologize that was hard to watch for people. I didn't really know what else to do because he was threatening to tweet shit, right? So kind of, if he was gonna tweet lies, I wanted to beat him to the punch, but yeah. Sorry for if I triggered anybody with past abuse. Anyway, so that happened. That was actually the first time that he's ever heard himself on a recording, because as I told you guys before, previously when I recorded him, he would just like refuse to listen to recordings. Sometimes with like take phones, etc., so he would never actually hear them. And I think that when he heard himself on that call, it really sunk in how much of an asshole he is.
Yeah. She goes on to say that they're separated.
She implies it, but I don't think she directly says it at any point.
Oh, here's a clip. Let's see.
I think that when he heard himself on that call,
that was
it
what
really
I was listening to.
sunk in how much of an asshole he is. So you never fucking realized, idiot. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, you were threatening to kill her dogs and horse. So, he's a fucking bullshit artist. But I support Amaranth all the way, no matter what. Whatever she decides to do, I support her. You know what I mean? I'm not going to judge her on whatever route she takes on this one.
So as of today, though, I have access to all of my accounts and finances again. He's not here. He's getting help. And I'm seeking legal and emotional counsel. I have like, I'm like, do I drink? Do I stay hydrated? I don't know which one right now. But yeah, I've had a lot of people reach out that offer their help and support, including like legal help, places to stay, etc. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. And I think that when
I think if she gets herself a good divorce lawyer, that dude ain't getting shit. Because I think when there's abuse involved, he's not entitled to. He's entitled to a lot less, if anything. I think.
Hope so. Good evidence.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So she got her finances back, and yeah. Also, there's another weird wrinkle in this story about her cameraman, and this is so interesting. The guy who was posting updates to Twitter about how she's all right. Do we have that one?
All of his tweets are in this album.
Yeah.
Because we pulled it up, and I'm like, who is this guy? Like, do we know if this guy even is, like, representing? So let me just go to the one he tweeted, and then... Yeah, he said, this one. Latest update. People on the team were able to talk to her and said she's fine. Police were called multiple times. She says she's okay. She spent all day talking to her husband to sort things out. Not sure what else we can do right now. Yeah, it turns out that this dude was... she says betrayed her for clout. Was her ex-cameraman the real Mars Bar? Let's see.
Oh, many messages. It's kind of crazy. It's like I felt so alone for so long, and now it's like I can't stop getting people to talk to me. Not in a bad way. It's just a very big contrast. I didn't think people cared that much. Some people, though, seem to be using the situation for personal gain and clout, which is less moving. Unfortunately, my cameraman seems to be one of those people, former cameraman. Just over the TwitchCon weekend, he actually withheld information and sat on communications, which made certain situations more explosive than they needed to be. So it's kind of weird what he's doing now. Sunday night after TwitchCon, I felt uncomfortable with like how much he was, what's a good word for, escalating matters, because it was very tense, as you saw from the text messages, partly because of the miscommunications. He called security to resolve the situation forcibly and aggravated it further when he called police, even though I said I didn't want to do that. So I felt like he was attempting to create a scene at a convention full of live streamers. Like our floor literally had streamers staying in it all up and down the floor. And so, just feels very shitty because when I expressed clearly I had plans in place to quietly deal with the situation at home, didn't really appreciate that.
Let's see here. She says that this dude, it was pretty weird how he was tweeting out the whole time, like without her consent or permission. He starts going free Amaranth. Does it make sense? And then he took this weird photo of her and the police, and I guess her husband. And he says, does it make sense now why I had to stream on Kate's channel all day Saturday at TwitchCon? So he was streaming against her will? Is that what happened?
No, he is her cameraman, and so when things happen with her husband, she'll mute it, or the stream keeps going, and she is preoccupied, so he continued streaming. But he wasn't like an online personality.
Also, for the skeptics, here's a picture of Amaranth locked out of her hotel room and the 911 call I made while he was yelling at her on Monday morning, 6 a.m. Do you find this picture like, why are you posting that, or is that?
And why'd you take it?
Yeah, you took this really weird photo, bro. Why did you even take that?
Right.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know, though. On the other hand, it's like if you're scared, as we all were, I don't know. But she didn't like it, so she was very uncomfortable with it.
Well, she said that her cameraman knew that this had been happening. It wasn't like he took an opportune photo, like, I can't believe this is happening, I need to snap this. It was like, he's been living with this knowledge for a while, and why is he documenting it? Definite
creep shot, though, like, whoa.
If you scroll to the bottom of the album, you'll see the last tweet where, at the very end, This is after he was fired. His
Dude, I had
bio
a lot to
says,
say. Holy shit.
yeah, it says ex cameraman for Amaranth, and you see she responded to this saying stop.
To be clear, I'm not Amaranth's content guy. I'm not just her content camera guy. I've known Kate for 8 years. I'm not some guy who just started working for her. I feel for Kate, and I'm going to support her no matter what she chooses to do. She's like, stop it. Bro, is he trying to get in there?
I don't
I think
necessarily
he's more
think
trying to
that.
play hero.
Oh, like,
for
do you
clout.
think he's in love with Amaranth?
Number one simp?
Oh, I didn't
Wasting no
get
time.
that.
I don't think. Who knows? But my
Super
interpretation
weird,
is, I mean, it sounds like they had a professional working relationship for an extended period of time, and he was probably aware of what a shitty, abusive situation this was, and was, for whatever reason, because I don't think we really know what the incident was that triggered all of this at TwitchCon, but decided against her wishes that he wanted to get the police involved. Maybe he thought it was going to get violent or something. And I think in his mind, he was probably trying to do a good thing. But like a lot of people online with vlogitis, you know, there's always that angle of what clout can I get from this? And like, if you're really concerned for somebody's safety and well-being like that, you don't need to be live tweeting it, and shouldn't be really, especially if it's against their wishes. So, yeah, I don't know.
He had the exclusive on this shit. Like, this one had 17,000 likes.
Right. No, he was definitely trying to get something out of it.
He said after this, I was super stressed about losing my job after Monday, and that stress is what leads good people to turn a blind eye to shitty situations. I'm glad it's all coming to light, and I'm glad I at least try to do the right thing. What does that mean?
I think it's him saying that he wanted to keep his job and he didn't want to mess with the business model that was created. So that's what he means by it leads good people to turn a blind eye. And then after Monday, he was super stressed about losing his job because they had been in a huge fight and there was an altercation. He's like, I'm glad the public now sees what I knew, which was that she was abused.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because he's like, I see. He's trying to cover his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew the whole time and didn't do anything.
Yes.
Well, it's not your fucking story to tell to begin with, bro. It's kind of weird if you did. Okay, so there it is. There's that whole weird thing that she's dealing with. Not sure, you know. There it is. And so, in summary, let's see. She's going to keep creating content. And now that her husband is out of the picture, this is quite sad to hear her say about it. It is good.
At
Here.
least for now, though, I think I'm gonna take it easy.
This is
And
interesting
I don't have to wear
timestamp.
cleavage.
Is this not the right time?
No, it is. It
No,
is.
no, it's
just,
right here.
It's right there.
I can wear clothes.
She said, I'm excited to not wear cleavage anymore.
Oh, I can't hear.
Master has given Dobby a sock. Dobby is free.
Little Harry Potter fandom. Anyway, she goes on to say that she's excited to get 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it's really sad.
She's excited to actually be able to see her horse. She's excited to watch TV again. She's excited to make content about animals. She's excited where she doesn't have to have her cleavage out all the time. She doesn't have to wear revealing clothing. She can go do social events. She feels like she has friends again. She can travel, camping. This is nuts.
Yeah, just like writing down a list of everything when she was talking about the simplest things that you would assume, like, I'm excited to sleep. Like, you don't realize how horrible some people's situations are.
Yeah, and you know, what a monster, man. Holy shit. You know, it's just so sad. Marriage is such a It is sacred, I think, to a degree. I mean, your significant other should be your ally and supporter in all of it. And when they turn into like your biggest enemy, that's just a really bad, fucked up situation, you know? It sucks. Beyond sucks. But she's okay. And we just wish her well. All of Fupa Troopers and H3 community says yes to Amaranth. Sam, you're an Amaranth fan. How's this whole thing been for you?
I mean, it's extremely sad, and I just hope that she's safe and okay. So.
There it is. Sam has spoken. She said what we've all been thinking.